finally time. The Unison Bass Dragon is out right now. Now, before I jump inside my computer, walk you through everything, show you how crazy this is, all the stuff we've been working on for the last 15 months, the AI, the built-in synth, the effects, everything that really came together into making the Unison Bass Dragon. I gotta let you know, for this launch, we're doing a special deal for a limited time. We're offering a massive discount plus 3 free bonuses. If you're still seeing this video, it means you can get it, but it's only available for a limited time. So I'll jump on this after you watch this video to the very end if you decide that the Unison Bass Dragon is right for you. So without further ado, let's get inside my computer. I'm gonna show you all the demos. I'm gonna show you exactly what the Unison Bass Dragon can do in terms of leveling up your 808s and bass lines in 30 genres of music. I think you're gonna be absolutely blown away with what you're gonna see. So let's jump straight into it. All right, so let me show you how easy and cool this is. So I got the Unison Bass Dragon pulled up. We're gonna walk through a bunch of genres, a bunch of demos, generate a bunch of bass lines, and you're gonna see exactly how it works, and we'll go through the features along the way. So real quick, let me show you. I got this hip hop beat with no bass line. Now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the hip hop chord progression that we have here, drag it in, and as you can see, the AI detected the exact chords, and when I press generate, it's going to match the bass line perfectly to those notes. So let's take a listen now. And I'll play the drums and the bass together so you can hear it better. So perfect bass line that matches your chord progression right off the bat. And what you can do from here is there's all these presets for the built-in synth, which you can randomize like this. And as you can see, each preset has different macros, so you can adjust it like that. Plus, if you click this, it'll bring you to this section where you can add and remove different effects, add filters, change the attack, decay, sustain, and release, etc. if you want to. We've made this so it can be as simple or as advanced as you want it to be. So now let's move on to the next genre, which is going to be hip hop 808s, and we'll walk through some more features as well. So here's the beat with no 808. So we're gonna go ahead and drag in the chord progression that we have, matches it just like that, press generate, and here we got an 808 pattern. You could do it again. So just like that, you got an 808 pattern. And from here, what you can do is either drag and drop the MIDI out just like that, or you can drag and drop the audio out. So I'll create an audio track here and it'll export the audio just like this. Or you can download both the MIDI and audio to your computer instantly by pressing this button. And let's move on to the next genre, and we're just getting started. So there's a lot more features to dive into, some really exciting stuff that we've been working on for you. So here we got a house beat. So for this one, I'm gonna get a little bit more custom. So I'll play the drums and the bass together at first. So here we got drums. Then we're just gonna press generate and see what it gives us. Can change the preset. And all these presets were designed meticulously by our in-house team of really talented professional sound designers. So you can be sure they're all, super legit and sound amazing for the specific genre. When you press generate, it'll pick one specific for the genre, but for browsing, we've enabled you to be able to search them in general categories such as 808s, acoustic basses, and electronic basses to give you the most variety. As I said before, you can go in here and customize everything as well. What you can do now is you can create your own chord progression as well, and you can stretch the chords to different lengths. So let's say I wanted E minor here, and then if you click this, you'll be able to select different chords, and the ones that are in the correct scale will be highlighted so that you can see what they are instantly just like that. So we can pick this one, and it'll automatically adjust your bass line to that chord. And let's pick a final one, maybe this one. Let's pick a different preset as well and see how it sounds now. So as you can see, you can get really creative with this. And if you want to just stretch the first note all the way across, you can do it like that. It'll replace it. Now we can use the AI chord progression detection to get the exact chord progression that the keys are following. Let's generate something completely fresh and play it all together. As you can see, it puts variation at the end to keep it interesting. All the bass lines follow proven patterns from hit songs. And let's move on to a new genre and I'll show you even more cool features. So here we got funk. So the funk bass lines are incredibly sophisticated. So let's drag in the chord progression to get the AI to detect it, press generate and see what we got. Too good, too good. Sorry, like sometimes when we make stuff that's this good, I get way too excited. All right, cool. So let me play with the drums so you can hear just the bass line by itself. All right, so something else you got is swing. So if you put this anywhere from 0 to 100%, it's going to create a new kind of groove in your bass line, which is pretty cool. That's a nice way to add a human feel to your bass line and, vary it up. And on top of this, you have full editing capability within the piano roll. So you can zoom in, you can add or remove different notes. And if you right click, you're going to see all the different key commands and things that you can do within the piano roll. One of the coolest things is scale highlighting. So if you select this, in gray, it has highlighted all the correct notes in the scale that you can use and that will sound good for that key that you've chosen. So this way, you can know exactly which notes are going to sound good and plug them in and, get an amazing result very quickly. Another cool thing you can do is not only use it with the built-in synth, you can route it to external synths. So if you have other synths that you like, you can play Bass Dragon's notes with that synth. And all that is explained in the quick start guide, which is provided with the installer. But something else that's cool is it has a built-in sampler. So what you can do is if you have some one-shots you like, let's pick something. So all you got to do is drag it onto here and it'll give you your one shot, and we can set the note so that it's correct and play it. So just like that, you can use it with audio one shots as well. And you can feel free to add different effects to it as well. So now is a good time to dive into the effects. So we've included for you Mangle and Destroy, which are our two signature distortions. We have Bit Crush. You can add some bite to your sound. We got these for creative effects, Flange, Chorus, and Phase. And you can select them like that. And also we got Echo and Space / Reverb. Space is a shorter one and Reverb is a longer reverb. And you can also switch the order of them in case you wanted to. And that's what you got for effects. Now let's go back to the main screen. We still have a lot of cool features to cover. So let's go ahead to R&B here. So here's R&B, what we got. So now we got Bass Dragon. We're gonna go back and drag in the chord progression to have it detected. As you can see, the chord progression detection we've done is extremely accurate and works super well. It detected some crazy chords for this R&B beat. Initially, when we tried non-AI chord detection, it was right about 50% of the time, which is obviously unacceptable. We got it up to kind of like 60%, but then we scrapped that whole initial strategy and then developed and used custom chord progression AI technology, trained it all the way from 70% accuracy to 99% accuracy at the moment. Pretty much any chord progression you could ever imagine, you drag it in here, it's gonna accurately detect it and match your bass line perfectly to it. So let's go ahead and generate an R&B bass line here. All right, so that's pretty chill. And then the next thing you can do is regenerate certain sections. So let's say, you liked the first part and you wanted to regenerate the second part. All you got to do is select it on the grid, press generate, and it'll regenerate only the part that you selected. Just like that. And then if that wasn't enough, let's choose a different preset first. You can also randomly generate chord progressions from the stock ones that come included. So if you're starting from scratch and you don't have a chord progression to detect, you can, use this randomizer button for it to instantly select a proven chord progression for that genre. Let's move along to the next genre here. I'm not gonna have time to go through all 30, but I've picked, 15 of the most popular ones so you can feel exactly how it's gonna be after you get your license today and use it. So let's move on to ambient and down tempo now. It's not super ambient, but it's kind of like that fun down-tempo feel, but we're gonna generate a bass line and see what happens. So let's go ahead and drag in the chord progression to detect, see what it gives us. So as you can see, depending on the genre, some bass lines are gonna be more simple, some are gonna be more complex. It all depends on the genre and the kind of bass lines the top hit tracks use, which is what we modeled to create thousands of bass fragments, which are basically just one beat sections of a bass line. And then what we did was those thousands of fragments, we combined together to create millions of options and ran it through AI and machine learning to create pretty much billions or trillions of options with this. So you're pretty much not going to generate the same bass line twice. It's always going to be fresh, always new, give you new inspiration, new preset. It took us 15 months to pull off all these features, and you get this dragon. I think it's pretty cool. It's got 5 different animations. One of them only happens 1% of the time. So if you're lucky, you can see what that looks like. Let's continue on here. Let's go to the next genre, which is Synthwave. One of my favorites actually in terms of the bass lines. So let's drag in the chord progression, see what happens. All right, that sounds sick, and we can adjust the macros to even, customize it further. And you can also automate all these parameters. So throughout your track, you can adjust the macros, add in effects. Also, what we have here is velocity sensitivity. So let's say I selected these notes. You can reduce their velocity, which is gonna make them softer in the mix. So if you wanna add more customization and a human feel to your bass lines, you have the velocity adjustment there as well. And on top of that, you can save your own presets. So let's say you like this bass line and you wanted to be able to access it later at any time. Just press this button, type your name. There you go. And anytime you want, we can see we can wipe it and we can go back and it'll load it up exactly how it was within the plugin for you. So now let's move on to the next genre, which is rock. So let's check this out. So more of a chill rock song, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead, detect the chord progression. As you can see, there's some crazy chords there. Let's see if it detected correctly. Yep, absolutely perfect. Something else you can do is save the synth presets after you adjust them. So let's solo the bass here. Let's say I wanted to add some more distortion. And if I like that better, all you gotta do is press the save icon and you can save it as whatever name you want. It'll go into your user folder, and you can select it to use with your bass lines just like that. Now let's move on to the next genre, which is pop and future pop. Let's drag in the chord progression, see what we get. Awesome. And then something else you can do is you can lock the preset that you like so that when you press generate, it'll keep the same preset but generate a different pattern. So now let's move on to the next genre, which is techno, melodic techno, some real hard stuff. And with this genre, you can get some crazy results. So let's see what it comes up with. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. And I'll play it just with the drums so that you can hear it. Let's do another one. And something else you can do is you can go back and forth between any action that you've done within the plugin. So, if you generate something, you can always press back to go back to it. This actually looks really cool, so let's play it. But yeah, you can go back and forth between anything you've done in the plugin, and it'll be there for you to access whenever you want. Now let's move on to disco. Disco has some really sophisticated bass lines as well, so let's give it a shot. So if you're on a phone, you might have trouble hearing that. It's a very subby bass, so what I'm going to do is pick something else. What else is there to say? I mean, with one click, you get a bass line like that. It's pretty incredible. So let's keep going here. We got a couple more genres. Reggaeton is next. And by the way, these are just beats that I put together real quick for this demo. Obviously, you're going to spend more time creating full tracks, but this is just for demonstration. So let's go ahead, drag in the chord progression, press generate, see what it does for reggaeton. As you can see, it's matching the bass rhythm to that standard reggaeton drum rhythm that's present in like 99% of reggaeton tracks. This shows you how specific to each genre the bass lines that are generated are. So let's move on to the next genre, which is drum and bass. This is some real crazy stuff. Let's go ahead and see what it does. All right, let's do it again. So I feel like this might sound better with a different preset, so let's do it. So as you can see, the built-in synth that we made, it works well for every single genre. We specifically designed it from scratch. It can make sounds that are good for acoustic genres, electronic genres, and our sound designers spent a lot of time making the presets as high quality as possible for you. Let's move on to the next genre, which is the complete opposite, which is lo-fi, a lot more chill. Let's listen to it without the bass first. Drag in the chord progression and see what happens. All right, so by now you realize how powerful the Unison Bass Dragon is and how it's gonna give you the unique ability to instantly generate fire bass lines and 808s in 30 genres of music. with the built-in synth, with the AI chord progression detection, with the built-in effects, and all the features that it took our talented team 15 full months to pull off and perfect. Based on how much time the Unison Bass Dragon is going to save you after you get your license today, this is not a cheap plugin. This is not your average reverb or EQ or effects plugin that's gonna, make your music sound 1 or 2% better, or maybe it's kind of like other plugins, but a little bit better. This is something completely brand new. There's nothing like it even close out there. Nothing that can instantly generate fire bass lines 93% of the time in 30 genres of music with the quality of sounds that are in the built-in synth and the effects. Nothing like it out there. So with that said, the regular price of Bass Dragon is $297, but don't worry, for this launch, you're not gonna have to pay that. And you're also gonna get 3 free exclusive bonuses for a limited time. Bonus number 1 is the Unison Bass Dragon Treasure Chest. Now this is a collection of famous MIDI chord progressions, advanced MIDI chord progressions, and drum loops that are gonna work perfectly with Bass Dragon after you get your license today, and you're gonna be able to use them all together to instantly have a professional foundation for a track. All you gotta do is drag these famous MIDI chord progressions or advanced chord progressions onto a sound, use the AI chord progression detection in Bass Dragon to match your bass line to them, drag in a drum loop, and instantly you're gonna be super inspired and blown away at how easy it is to put together a professional foundation for a track in any genre of music. And this is a $127 value. Now, bonus number 2 is the Unison Bass Dragon Advanced Implementation Training. Now, believe it or not, what we went through in the demo was just scratching the surface of what the Unison Bass Dragon is capable of. There's many more advanced features and cool ways that you can use it. And in this full-on advanced implementation training, I'm going to be walking you through all the features, every single thing you can do with the Unison Bass Dragon, and how you can use the advanced features to even take your results to another level. And this is a $147 value. And last but not least, bonus number 3 is the Unison Bass Dragon private Facebook group. Now in this private Facebook group, you're gonna be able to network with like-minded producers who also get their license of the Unison Bass Dragon today. And you're gonna be able to network, get feedback on your tracks, share ways that you're using the Unison Bass Dragon, and really feel supported on your journey to becoming a top producer with other like-minded producers and myself and the Unison team in this exclusive group. And this is a $97 value. So with the Unison Bass Dragon at a $297 value, plus these 3 free bonuses, gives you a total value of $668. But don't worry, today for this launch, you won't have to pay $668. You won't have to pay $600, $500, or even $400. You can get the Unison Bass Dragon today, plus these 3 free bonuses for one single payment of only $197. So if you're ready, click the button below, complete your order on the next page, and you'll get instant access to the Unison Bass Dragon and these 3 free bonuses right now. And on top of that, you're fully backed by your 60-day, 100% money back guarantee. So after you get Bass Dragon today, you can put it to the test for a full 2 months. Use it to instantly generate fire bass lines, 808s, check out all the features, see how much of a difference it makes in your music. And for any reason or no reason at all, if you're unsatisfied, send one email to support@unison.audio, and they'll initiate a full refund within 24 hours, and you'll get all your money back with no questions asked. Why can we do this? Because I'm so confident at how much of a difference the Unison Bass Dragon is gonna make in your music, how much our hard work over the last 15 months is gonna translate into how much you enjoy the Unison Bass Dragon, that I can offer this guarantee with no worries at all. We have an extremely low refund rate, but for any reason, if you are unsatisfied, you can get 100% of your money back within 60 days just by sending one email. You have absolutely nothing to lose and everything to gain. If that sounds good to you, click the button below, grab your license right now with the 3 free bonuses, and get instant access to everything right now. But just a quick warning, this launch deal is only available for a limited time. As I mentioned before, if you want $100 off plus 3 free bonuses, and you're still seeing this video, it means it still is available, but today, tomorrow, depending on when you're watching, it could expire and you'll have to pay a lot more. So if everything you've seen up until now sounds good to you, you're thinking, I can get the Unison Bass Dragon, it's gonna help me instantly generate fire bass lines and 808s in 30 genres. It's got all these crazy features, including new AI, get a launch discount plus a 60-day, no questions asked money back guarantee. If all that sounds good to you, then now is the time to take action before the discount and the bonuses expire. So go ahead, click the button below, complete your order on the next page, and get instant access to the Unison Bass Dragon, plus these 3 free bonuses right now. With that said, this has been Sep from Unison. The decision is yours, and I can't wait to hear the amazing bass lines and 808s you make in your music using the Unison Bass Dragon. Happy producing and cheers. Now, if you're still here, it means you probably have a few questions about the Unison Bass Dragon, so let me answer the most common ones so you can make an educated decision and get your last minute questions answered and then decide whether or not it's right for you. So question number one is, what DAWs is the Unison Bass Dragon compatible with? It's compatible with every DAW that I'm aware of. You can see the icons on this page of which DAWs it's compatible with, but that includes Ableton, FL Studio, Logic Pro, Cubase, Pro Tools, Mixcraft, Reaper, Reason, GarageBand. I'm forgetting a couple, but you'll see all the icons on this page. Any DAW that you have, it's going to be compatible. Now, question number two is, how quickly will the Unison Bass Dragon be delivered to me after I get my copy? After you click the button below and complete your order on the next page, you're going to get instant access to the installer and the Unison Bass Dragon activation code inside your account. From there, all you got to do is download it, install it, enter your activation code, open the plugin, and you'll be good to go. Third question is, what payment options are available? So after you click the button below, you can pay for Bass Dragon using credit card or PayPal, whatever works best for you. Both are 100% secure. You have the option to pay in full or the rent to own plan, but you do save money when you take the full pay option because our rent to own provider takes a percentage, so we do take a hit and have to make up for it on that end. So those are the most common questions. I hope I answer them for you. And at this point, it's time for you to make a decision. If everything you've seen up until now sounds good to you, you're ready to try out Bass Dragon with a 60-day money-back guarantee, take advantage of this limited time launch discount and bonuses before they expire. Click the button below, complete your order on the next page, and you'll get instant access to everything right away. Again, the decision is yours. It's been set from Unison. If you have any other questions, feel free to email support@unison.audio, or if there's a live chat member of our team available, you'll see the icon in the bottom right of the screen. Other than that, it's up to you. Click the button below and I'll see you inside.